Good morning, everyone. This is Ryu Takahashi from SENKO Advanced Components. I'm working as the product specialist for the data center industry. So today I would like to present the new fiber optic connectivities for onboard optics and the core package optics applications. So today's outline will be a small introduction about SENKO and also today's main topic. And at the end, we have a bit of a summary. So first of all, I'd like to explain a little bit about SENKO. So SENKO is originated from Japan, and we are specialized in the fiber optic components manufacturing, and we have more than 30 years experience in the industry. And we also have been selling or deploying our connectivities over 600 million connectors globally. And we have been selling our interconnect components over 17 million connectors per year. We also have 16 global offices, and we are supporting customers globally and locally. SENKO's main business sector is telecom, wireless, and data center. So SENKO has been participating in the multiple consortiums and standard bodies. This is to contribute to the industry. Currently, SENKO is known for most innovative fiber optic components manufacturing company in the industry. This is due to the contribution to the MSA groups such as QSFP-DD, OSFP, and SFP-DD. We develop new connectivities called CS connectors and SN connectors. Those connectors are already adopted by multiple MSA groups, such as I mentioned earlier. For more information about CS, SN, please visit our SENKO website so you can get more information about it, or you can contact me directly as well. So now I would like to go to my main topic for today. And I'd like to address some challenges in terms of the new fiber optic connectivities for onboard optics and core package optics applications. As we all know that there's a lot of bandwidth increase because of all the new technologies, IoTs, AI, all the 5G implementations. And therefore, that all the transceiver applications or transceiver equipment, even the switch equipment, they need to be increase the bandwidth to overcome all the data rate demand. So this is the information for light counting that's showing the 200 and 800 optics transceiver types will be increasing the demand for next coming years. So let's look at a bit of the switch side of the applications. So there's a trend, of course, the fiber optics is coming into the chassis and very closer to the chip applications. This is due to overcoming the insertion loss issues or the lowering the power consumption of the module itself, and also adding more higher bandwidth inside the switch applications. But at the same time, it will adding the more complex architecture or the designing of the chiplets or even the interconnect solutions. So let's look at the current consortium's activities in recent years. So core package optics collaboration groups, they announced the core package optics, the optical module requirement back in February 2021. So there says to be that when they are using a 400 gigabase DR4 modulation, they need a 16 single fiber plus 4 PM fiber per block. And there's a 16 of them in the switch. So that accounts around 320 fibers coming out from the chiplets. Unfortunately, the current conventional LC technologies only can accommodate 144 fiber at the faceplate. So there's a huge issue about the density. So how can we overcome that kind of issues? Actually, SENKO has a solution for you. As I mentioned earlier, we have developed a new connector called SN. It stands for SENKO Nano connectors. It has same LC ferrule as the LC connectors, so the technology is proven. At the same time, you have two ferrules in one connectors, which gives you much higher density compared to the LC duplex connectors. With SN connectors, you can achieve 320 fibers in one RU, which fits into the, let's say, our challenges with the CPO applications. Another topic I would like to address is that using of the Meatball interconnectivities inside the switch applications. Currently, for example, the CPO collaboration group, they have the chiplets to the faceplate assemblies, so directly chiplets to the faceplate. So what is those problems? Because of that, length is different from each distance of the chiplets to the faceplate. Those they have multiple lengths of assemblies, which complicates all the sourcing problems. And also, if there's any issues, they have to remove all the chiplets. And also, those manufacturing process would be quite difficult. By introducing this Meatball connectivities, you can have only one module up to the Meatball connections. Then afterwards, you can have a simple, let's say, fiber optic connectivities to the faceplate. SENKO has multiple options for Meatball connectivities, such as empty ferrule-based Meatball connectors, or single simplex LC type connectivities. There's a lot of development discussion going on around the next generation switches. There says to be around 100 terabit switches coming up, and there's said to be around 1,000 fibers coming out from the chiplet. So there will be another issue of the higher density. So SENKO is now currently developing the new connectors called SNMT. So this is using the same footprint as SN connectors, but instead of having LC, we have empty ferrule embedded inside these connectors. And this can hold one row of 16 fibers, and that's actually 8 times as the SN connector density. So this will help the customer to accommodate much more higher density. As an example, you can have around 1,000 fibers in one RUs. At the same time, we have been developing multiple connectivity options for SNMT as well, for standard SNMT connectivities to the adapter side, and also we have been developing the Meatball interconnect for the SNMT applications as well. So as a summary, co-packaged optics will still be dominant in the coming years, and we believe that there will be more fiber coming out from the switch side, and there's a question of how we can solve that, or let's say tackle that issue. And we believe that optical interconnect will be solving those issues, and also those kind of interconnect, fiber optic interconnect solution has to be taken account into the CPO or onboard optics hardware designing at the same time. And we propose to use Meatball interconnect solutions for better serviceabilities and also simpler cablings and a better manufacturing process as well. And SENKO has all those solutions at our hand: SN connectors, SNMT connectors, or Meatball connectivities for higher density from panels applications, or helping easing the manufacturing process of those kind of switches. So this will be my end of my slide. I hope there's any questions I can answer. Let me stop my sharing.